Hello, geometry. We are going to talk about parameters, circumference, and area. Let's look at the getting ready. You and your friend have two choices for a wall decoration. You say the decorations on the top will use more wall space. Your friend says the two decorations will use the same amount of wall space. Who's correct? Go ahead and explain. Pause. All right, let's go on to take notes. All right, here are the key concepts of parameter, or circumference, and area. So they are all different. If we have a square, the sides are the S on this diagram, and all four S's, because it's a square, all four sides are the same. So the parameter is 4 times S. To get the area, S is squared. Okay? If we have a rectangle meaning we have a base, length, and a height, so two different measurements. Congruency is these two lines on this two side means these two sides measure the same. This one dash and this one dash on H means the two opposite sides measure the same. So then I can go and say that 2 times B plus 2 times H is my perimeter. Or I can pull the 2 out and say if I add B plus H and take it times 2, that will also give me the perimeter. A, or area, for this rectangle will be B times H. All right, now we get a little trickier, but you probably had this in middle school. The triangle, the perimeter of a triangle is you're just adding, all three of them are different lengths, so you just add all three different lengths, A, B plus C. Area, you take 1/2 the base times the height. So what you're basically saying is if I could take this triangle, I take the base times the height, and because it's not a full rectangle, I'm just taking half of it. So mathematically we can see that half of the space is not in the triangle, but there is a point up there. So 1/2 times base times height. Radius of a circle. So the radius is always from the point in the middle to the outer circle. And the diameter is all the way across the circle. So from this side to this side. Diameter is all the way across. Radius is just from the center. All right? So if we want the circumference, that's where that funky little number, pi, 3.14 is what we usually round it to, times the diameter. That gives us the circumference. Or we can say 2 times pi r, because basically 2 times r, if we have r twice, sometimes you only know the radius. You don't know the diameter, but you can calculate it out because you know 2r times pi will give us the circumference. So how do we find the area then? Well, the area is pi times r squared. Take notes and go ahead and stop the video. All right, we're going to just go over problems. 1, this is a landscaping problem. Go ahead and do that yourself. Read through it, take notes, and then do the extra got it problem. Number 2, use your finding circumference on a circle for this problem. Number 3, go ahead and take notes on this. You want to find the parameter in the coordinating plane. Okay, this is a little tricky, but go ahead and just go step by step and use this. So we want to know what the parameter of this triangle is. We have to first calculate the lengths of the sides. Okay, and from point to point is how we're getting that. So use the ruler postulate and then use the distance formula and then simplify the parentheses, simplify it down, and so we know from this that line EG, because we know the 2 points, is 10. Okay, we will work through a separate problem on this on another video. So go ahead and just take notes right now. It'll be a little confusing. That's okay. Just take notes. Find area of a rectangle. Go ahead and take notes. There's 2 steps. And finding the area of a circle. Take 2 steps. We'll come over. Here's postulate 10. The area of a region is the sum of the area of its non-overlapping parts. Basically, it says, hey, when you have a lot of different pieces, all you have to do is add the area of all those pieces. So go ahead and do a sample on problem 6 as well. And go ahead and do a lesson check. So that's all for 1.8. Parameter, circumference, and area.